Hello everyone, it's Matthew here once again, along with new Kurt G-Man 2, Justin271995,
hey,
and leafsfan18.
Hi. Oh, let's go.
And this is my 24th episode of Card Sharks, and Justin is currently a 6-game champion with $219,900.
Whoa, ho, ho.
Justin, you've won a total of, I believe, 3 jackpots, but your first one was probably the most significant because it was worth 50 grand. And you won nearly 100 grand for that first game. And let's hope you can make it 7 wins. But if Mark takes the win, he is a giant killer. Justin, are you ready?
Yep.
Mark, are you ready?
Take you down, Justin. Nope.
Okay. First question always goes to the champion, and that is Justin. Justin, we asked 100 female business executives. If there was a job where you would have to wear veils on your face, would you accept it? How many of these female business execs said they would accept the job?
Veils?
V-A-L-E-S. That's what it says.
I don't know about that. Can somebody explain to me what that means?
I'm going to take a quick look.
Hey, do you guys know who John Smith is?
No, I do not.
I don't know either. He's an enemy on
Gary, the general rule that me and a few of us on Skype have is that if someone tries to add you on Facebook or Skype and you don't know the person, do not add them.
Alright.
If you either don't know them or they're just like, or they're known to be troublemakers.
Alright.
Well, actually, I did some looking over that, and it's actually V-E-I-L-S. You know, that's the one that Muslims wear? Something like that, but it doesn't really give a kind of job.
Alright, well, I have to say something, so let's try 50.
Okay, 50 of 100 female business executives said they would accept a job where they would have to wear veils on their faces. Mark, higher or lower than 50?
Let's go a little bit higher, please.
He says higher. And Mark, if it is higher than 50, you play your cards. Justin, if it's 50 or lower, you play your cards. And the actual number of these female business executives would accept the job is 6. It is much lower, not higher.
Oh.
Justin, your card is a queen.
Okay, lower.
Lower than a queen, a 6.
I'll just up there, Mr. Freeze.
Okay, freezing on the 6, not giving Mark a chance at the cards. Mark, this question is yours now. Sorry guys, my camera went black, but this is the question anyway. Mark, we asked 100 men. Would you vote for a man over a woman, and they know neither of them, in an election? How many of these men said they would vote for a man in an election over a woman, permitting that they don't know each other? Sorry guys, my camera shut off on me, but I put a new battery in it, but I don't know how long it's going to last. And Mark, you said for 100 men, we asked 100 men if they would vote for a man over a woman, permitting they don't know each other in an election. And Mark, you said?
45.
45 of 100 men said they would vote for a man over a woman in an election, permitting the man and the woman don't know each other. Justin, higher or lower than 45?
I think that's what most people do. They always go for the males, which I don't know why. But because I'm going to say it's higher.
He says higher. The actual number of these men who will vote for a man and over a woman in an election is 93. It is much higher. Justin, you have your 6.
Change it, please.
Okay. When you win the question, you can change the base card, and the 6 is now a 9.
Lower.
Lower than a 9? Oh no, it's a king.
Yes.
Now I go to Mark. It's, yeah, free shot. It's a queen. Camera's low on battery, but I might be able to get through with this one. It's a queen, Mark.
Lower.
Lower than a queen? A 9.
3 on that 9, please.
Okay. Putting both 2 cards away from game 1. Justin, question 3 is yours.
Alright.
Justin, we found 100 moms of millionaire sons. And we asked them, would you consider saying, my son, the millionaire? How Sorry guys, my camera shut off once again. But I charged it up for just a little while, and we were just off on Justin. And the question, Justin, we asked 100 moms of millionaire sons. Would you consider saying, my son, the millionaire? How many of these moms said they would consider saying that about their millionaire son? My son, the millionaire.
I'm going to go with 72 on that.
72 of 100 moms of millionaire sons said they would consider saying, my son, the millionaire. Mark, higher or lower than 72?
I'll go a little bit lower, please.
Going lower. The actual number of these moms who would say, my son the millionaire is 13. It is much lower. Mark, you have your 9.
Change it.
When you win the question, you can change the base card, and the 9 is now another 9.
Ooh. Okay, I have to play this one. Let's try lower.
Lower than a 9, a 7.
3's right there.
Freezing on the 7, not giving Justin a chance. This is the 4th and final question. Someone must want to display the cards. Control is important, and the question goes to Mark. Mark, this is an educated guess question. How many lives were lost during the Hindenburg disaster on May 6, 1937?
Oh, way before I was even born. I'm gonna have to take a guess on this one and say 43.
Mark says that 43 lives were lost during the Hindenburg disaster. Justin, higher or lower than 43?
I'm going to go lower.
He says lower. And the actual number of lives lost is 36. It is just a little lower. Alright, here's the situation. Yeah. Justin, here's the situation. You won the questions. You can change the 9 if you wish to, or you can pass it to Mark and he'll have to play off a 7. Justin, you need 3 cards for game 1. Mark, you need 2 cards. What's it going to be, Justin? You have control.
I know Mark is closer than me, but for some reason I'm hoping that he goofs up. So it's over to you, Mark.
Okay. Mark, this is a free shot. You must play your 7.
Oh boy. Let's try going higher.
Higher than a 7? A 9.
Lower.
For the first game of the match. Lower. It's a 5, and Mark takes game 1. Let's move to round number 2. Justin, this is make or break for you.
Right.
And the first question goes to you, Justin. Oh boy. Justin, we asked 100 school bus drivers. Has one of the passengers wet their pants on your bus? How many of these school bus drivers said yes, one of the passengers has wet their pants on the bus?
Oh boy.
Well. I hope that number is very low. I really do, and I think it's pretty low if you ask me. And I'm hoping it's pretty low. I'm gonna say 1/4.
25.
Yes.
25 of 100 school bus drivers said that one of the passengers wet their pants while on the bus. Mark, higher or lower than 25?
What? Their pants on the bus. Higher, please.
He says higher. The actual number of these school bus drivers said that passengers wet their pants on the bus is 68. It is much higher.
Ooh.
Mark, your card is a 10.
I don't really feel too confident with this 10. I'd like to change it, please.
Alright, when you win the question, you can change the base card. The 10 is now a 7.
Ooh, higher, please.
Higher than a 7. It's a 9.
Freeze right there, please.
Freezing on the 9, not giving Justin a chance. Question 2 goes to Mark. This is brutal. Mark, we asked 100 Australian men. Should high school teachers have the right to physically punish unruly students? How many of these men said that high school teachers should have the right to physically punish unruly students?
What do they mean by physically punish? Like violence or whatever?
I think it means like hurting them or something with like their bare fists or something like that.
Well, I don't know how they do things in Australia because I've never been there, but that kind of thing is certainly not welcome here nowadays. But regardless, though, but then again, our laws are different than what they have in Australia. Regardless, though, I am going to say 21.
21 of 100.
Because I'm thinking he shouldn't have the right to physically punish troublesome students.
21 of 100 Australian men said that high school teachers should have the right to physically punish unruly students. Justin, higher or lower than 21?
I'll try going a slight bit higher.
Slight bit higher. The actual number of these Australian men who said that high school teachers should have the right to physically punish unruly students is 57. It is much higher.
I guess they do have different laws over there.
Free shot for you, Justin. You can play or change this card. It's a king.
I'm going lower.
Lower than a king. A 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. An 8. 7 plus 1.
Please.
Freezing on the 8, not giving Mark a chance. Third question goes to Justin. This is an educated guess question, Justin.
Alright.
How many days would it take to fly around the world in a Goodyear blimp? How many days would it take to fly around the world?
Goodyear blimp? I don't know. No, I think I know there's a movie called Around the World in 80 Days. So I'm going to say 80 days.
Justin says that it would take 80 days to fly around the world in a Goodyear blimp. Mark, higher or lower than 80? 80.
Okay, I've never seen the movie Around the World in 80 Days, but I have heard of the title. But I think it's a little bit lower.
He says lower. That's the novel by Jules Verne. And the actual number of days it would take is 22. It is much lower. Yes, it is. Mark, you have your 9.
Change it.
When you win the question, you can change the base card, and the 9 is now a jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack, a 10.
Freeze.
Freezing on the 10, not giving Justin a chance. This is the fourth and final question, so a must win on this play of the cards. Control is important, and the question goes to Mark. This is an interesting one. Mark, we asked 100 16-year-old girls. In the past week, did you have a phone conversation that lasted for over an hour? For an hour. How many of these, he asked 100 16-year-old girls. In the past week, did you have a phone conversation that lasted for an hour? How many of these 16-year-old girls said yes, they had a phone conversation lasting for an hour in the past week?
Those girls certainly love to talk on the phone. I'll say 50.
50?
50.
50 of 100 16-year-old girls said they had a phone conversation lasting for an hour in the past week. Justin, higher or lower than 50? 50.
Well, girls are known for talking a lot, so I have to say that's higher.
He says higher. And the actual number of 16-year-old girls who said they had a phone conversation lasting over an hour in the past week is 71. It is much higher by 21. Now, Justin, here's the situation. You have a base card of an 8, 7+1. You can change this 8 or play it, or you can pass it to Mark and he'll have to play off his base card of a 10. You both need 2 cards for the game. Justin, you need this game to stay alive. If Mark takes this game, he's a giant killer because he would go to the money cards. What's it going to be, Justin? Play the 8, change the 8, or pass it to Mark?
This did not work last time, but I can hope it works again. I'll be to work this time. It's over to you, Mark.
All right, he's giving it to Mark. Free shot for you, Mark. You must play your 10.
Yeah, but let's keep in mind I've got a bit of a better card than before. So, lower.
Lower than a 10? A 4.
Higher.
For the championship, higher. It's an 8, and Mark has dethroned Justin. Mark, you are a giant killer. So Mark gets to go to the money cards. Justin, you have nothing to be sad about. You are going home with $219,900 plus $1,000 plus $5,000 of side change for making it past 5 games. If you made it to 10 games, it would have doubled to 10. So Mark, you start your bottom row with $200 of betting money. Your bet rate costs 3 cards. Moving to the second row, give you $4 more. $50 more bet. You get the top card, the big bet, where you must bet at least half. Mark, you could walk away with 32 grand. And you get 1 joker just for making it to the money cards. And Mark, you know how to play the game. You can change the base card 1 time per line. The same card comes up. It's a push, meaning you do not win, and you don't lose. Are you ready, Mark?
I am ready.
Okay, here's $200. And good luck to you, Mark. We are all behind you. For $200, Mark, you start off with a 2.
All bit higher.
Of course, $200. Higher than a deuce? It's a 10. $400 and a 10.
I would like to change that, please.
With?
Card number 2.
All right, let's see if card number 2 is a good one. The 10 is now a 9.
Okay, I'm going to have to hold back a little bit on this one. $100 lower.
All right, $100. Lower than a 9? It's a 3. $500 and a 3.
All bit higher.
$500. Higher than a 3? It's another 3, a push, no win, no loss. We'll move you to the next row, give you $400 more of betting money. You now have $900 and a 3.
Okay, a little bit more money, but it's not going to change my bet. All of it higher.
$900. Higher than a 3? It's an ace! $1,800 and an ace!
Everything lower.
$1,800. Lower than an ace? It's a queen. $3,600 and a queen.
The whole thing lower.
$3,600. Lower than a queen? It's a 5. Mark, you're at the big bet. You have $7,200. You must bet at least $3,600. Do you want that 5?
I do want the 5, but I'm going to take the safe route and risk just half of the $7,200 that it's higher.
Okay, he's going $3,600. Come on, for $10,800. Higher than a 5? It's a 7, and Mark has $10,800.
Okay.
Plus 200 from the game. Mark, you have a 1-game winning total of $11,000. But you have 1 chance to win a jackpot worth $10,000.
Okay. Let's try number 4, please.
Okay. If the number 4 is the $sign, Mark, you will walk away with $21,000. Does he get $10,000? He does not. Ah, you were 1 shy. It was number 5.
That's okay, though. That's all right.
So next time our jackpot, we were 20 grand, and Mark, with a 1-game winning total of $11,000, will face a new opponent on our next show. So long, everyone.